Yeah, this is a really good one. Colin, briefly. Colin said, when that guy in the traffic runs you over and breaks your leg, that's real, it's not perceived, and it will still be there when you wake up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Not saying that stuff isn't going on and that we can't be knocked down by cars and that all of that's just in our minds and we're just making it all up. No. We've got a physical body, and I suggest that you look after it. Now, if I get knocked down by a car, I do a fair bit of cycling. If I get knocked down by a car, my experience of that is thought. Like if a bit of an aeroplane falls off above my head and smashes through this roof and crashes into me, everything I feel is thought. Not thinking about it or making it up, but thought perception. It's like even a punch to the face doesn't get experienced directly. It gets experienced by this thought-generated perceptual reality that's going on inside of me. Which is why they can do cesarean sections under hypnosis. They can put knife to skin without any analgesia, just having taken the mind offline. And there's an episode of Wellbeing Wednesdays that you might want to look up. Subscribers, it's in the membership, but you can get hold of individual episodes if you want to. I think they're about £9 each. And there's one that from this time last year about pain, about chronic pain. I go into great detail about the process of experiencing pain, and there's a really good 20-minute YouTube clip from Dr. Lorimer Moseley, who wrote the book called Explain Pain, which is really helpful for people who suffer with chronic pain, just because the more you can understand these things, the less scared of them you are. And sore but safe is one of the things that came out of that book, which was really helpful. But even in that book, it's a very kind of like straight down the line, no messing. This is how pain works. And right at the beginning of that book, he says, all pain is experienced in the mind. Like, he's not making any bones about it at all. All pain is experienced in the mind, because all of life is experienced in the mind. 100% of our experience is thought in the moment. Like I say, not thinking about it. It's not thinking about getting run over by a car or being injured by a car, but thought, big T thought, the principle of thought, how we experience the world. So yes, I completely agree. When the guy in the traffic runs you over and breaks your leg, that is real. Absolutely, it's real. And 100% of my experience of having a broken leg is thought in the moment, moment to moment to moment. Now, my question for you, Colin, how do you best avoid getting run over by a car when you're crossing the street? Are you more likely to get hit by a car when you're up here, when you've got a whole load of stuff on your mind? I mean, I have literally walked into lampposts before that have been right in front of me because I've just had something else completely on my mind and I didn't see it, not paying attention. Very funny story I don't have time to go into now. But I once thought I'd lost my car and I got the police involved. I once thought I'd lost my car. I came back to where my car was and it had gone. It wasn't where my car was. I was so up in my head, I had created a story about where my car was that wasn't true. And I got the police involved. Thankfully they had a sense of humour when it, as did my wife, who was the one who found the car. She's like, I'm waiting at the car. I said, you're going to have to come and pick me up. Someone's nicked the car. I'm waiting at the car. it's in that lay-by that you said it was in. And I'm like, what? So yeah, be present and focused and present to life and not up in your head when you're doing things like crossing roads, okay? Because you've got a physical body and it needs looking after. So there we go.